Happy Sunday. I am Bethany from Just Thrifted if you follow me on Instagram. But I have this YouTube channel to tell you guys about my life as a reseller. I quit my job November 15th to pursue this full time, and I have just made it to my 1 month anniversary of being a full-time reseller. So I'm making this video today because I wanted to talk to you guys about my numbers over the first month and what I made both gross and net, so before and after expenses. I quit my job and I jumped into this not really setting any goals. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how much money I would be making, how much money I have the potential to make, all these things. So I'm going to go over these numbers today, and this is from November 16th to December 16th. So this last Friday was my official 1 month anniversary, and I'm excited about these numbers. I truly don't know. It's hard, since this is my first month, to know if these are good numbers, if they're really crappy numbers for a full-time reseller. I know that moving forward, I want to definitely increase this monthly amount that I made, but I think overall it was a pretty good month. When I quit my job, I had 120 things listed, and I got all the way up to having 500 things listed, so I had a lot of cost up front with building my inventory and just getting my store up and running, and that I won't necessarily have moving forward. Some of those are things like I bought a lighting kit, I bought a new backdrop, I bought like storage containers you can kind of see behind me to store inventory because I ran out of room in my closet. But a lot of these things I won't have reoccurring expenses for, which will be nice moving forward. And then every month I have some of the same expenses, such as like poly mailers and other shipping supplies. But yeah, overall I think it was a good month. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing it. I know a lot of people, a lot of resellers will say like, it's such hard work. And yeah, it's hard work, but I love every second of it, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I have no regrets when it comes to quitting my job. There's things that I will miss about my job, like, for example, I'm about to go home to Missouri for Christmas, and, I was thinking, like, yeah, it would be really nice to have paid time off right now, because I can go home and not have to worry about not making money, because I'd still be making it at my old job, but I think that's the biggest thing that I miss, and then a steady paycheck, because eBay is 100% risk, and you get out of it what you put into it. So the more you work, the more money you're going to be making, obviously. So yeah, you guys ready to see my numbers? If you follow me on Instagram, I just posted that my income, my gross income, so before any expenses, I made $6,166.04. So you see that number, and I feel like a lot of new resellers will see that number and be like, oh, that's so much money. Yeah, but that's before expenses, so it's really not that much. Any guesses on how much money I spent in 1 month on thrifting purchases? This is just thrifting, no other expenses right now. Okay, you guys are all wrong. The total that I spent is $2,601.79. So that's averaging like $650 a week in thrift store purchases, so in buying new inventory, which I think I don't really want to be spending that much per week. I would like to lower that a little bit, but again, I am a new full-time reseller. Like, I spent a lot of money up front to get my store really like up in the high numbers, because I reached 500 things in inventory. I don't have that much right now because stuff has sold, but yeah, I spent a lot in that. So after those thrifting expenses, I made like $3,564. And then this is not including my other expenses, which, I have all those receipts and I haven't really updated my spreadsheet. I know it's going to be probably $300 to $400. So net, I probably made like $3,200 after expenses, which I feel like is good for my first month. I think I could be wrong. You could be a full-time reseller and be like, oh, her numbers completely suck, which maybe they do. I don't really know. But all I know is that I survived. I was able to pay my rent and all my other bills, and I was able to put some money into my 401k, which if you watch my first video, you know that I live for retirement funding because I love it. So all in all, like, yeah, I think that I'm happy with this number. I know December, well, it's hard because some of these numbers are for December, but I know the rest of December will kind of not be good for me because just traveling with Christmas and holidays and stuff, but that's okay. I mean, I knew going into this that holidays were going to be rough, but November and December have kind of been my trial periods. I just kind of wanted to get my feet wet. I wanted to learn what it's like to be a full-time reseller, and I think, you know, after I quit my job, the first, like, week or two were really, I don't even know the best way to describe it. They were really hard because you're just kind of like in shock that you just quit your job. Like after 4.5 years, that's a very long time. And it's almost just like I didn't know what to do after I quit. And I knew that I needed to be thrifting and posting and all this stuff. But, you know, it kind of took a couple weeks to get up and running. And then these last 2 weeks, I feel like I have put so much time and effort into it, and these last 2 weeks have been the weeks that I've made the most money on it. So that being said, I know, like, when January 1st rolls around, I'm hitting the ground running. I am going to, so, I mean, I guess I can tell you guys this. My goal, this is gross expense, or this is gross profit, so before expenses, I would love for this number to be at $8,000. If I can make $8,000 a month, probably like 5-ish after expenses, like that is my goal, and that is what I'm shooting for January. January, I'm not traveling. Well, I mean, I guess some weekends I will be, but during the week I'll really be able to just full speed do thrifting and eBay all the time and see how high I can get this number. So I'm excited. That's my goal, and we'll see how January goes. But again, I think I see these numbers and I'm like, okay, I can do this. Because I think, you know, you quit your job, and I jumped into this and I had no idea what my potential was, how much I could be making. And, you know, I think that's why part of me was kind of in shock after I quit. Because I'm like, what if I just made the dumbest decision of my life and I like screw up and I'm not making enough on eBay. But I don't feel like that's the case. I think that I can do it, and I'm super excited about it, and we'll see what the future holds. So yeah, if you have any, I don't know, advice or tips or anything, I love hearing from you guys. Even if you're a part-time reseller, full-time reseller, whatever, I really enjoy learning from you guys. I've learned a ton of new brands just from my Instagram community, so I'm super thankful about it. And if you are a new reseller and you need help with like building your store or questions you have, I've had a lot of people email me. So my Instagram is set up as a business account. So if you go to my profile, you can click contact and it will send me an email. You can type whatever you want. If you have questions about your store or anything, feel free to reach out to me and let me know your questions. I know I've helped a couple people out, and there's been some of you that have questions about your store and why things aren't selling or what you're doing wrong. And I've gone into a couple of your guys' stores and just kind of given my advice about things. So feel free to continue to do that if you want me to look over stuff. I just ask if you email me or message me to just keep your questions and comments short and sweet, because sometimes I get emails that are like 7 paragraphs long, and I love you guys, but it takes a long time to read through everything and to answer like your 60 questions. So just try to like limit it. I ask, otherwise it might take me forever or never to answer your question. So I apologize if you haven't heard back from me. I will try to respond, but if you've written me like a short question, I respond almost instantly. So just keep that in mind, I guess, if you contact me. But anyways, I'm trying to think what else, if there's anything else I want to tell you guys. Yeah, I truly am very thankful for this season of life, and I'm having a blast doing it, like truly. I cannot imagine doing anything else. And it's so fun when people are like, where do you work? And I tell them I sell on eBay full time. And they're just truly so intrigued, and they want to know everything about it, and they ask so many questions, and it's kind of like people have these icebreaker questions that they ask. I feel like me selling on eBay is an icebreaker conversation because every time they ask so many questions like, what do you sell? Can you really make money selling on eBay? And I am not even kidding. I went to a restaurant. This was like 2 weeks ago. And I love my Instagram community. I love my Instagram account. I love like posting on it and all that stuff. And I met this girl at a restaurant. She like sat right by me. We ended up like hitting it off, having a conversation, and she asked me what I did. I told her, and she was like, "No way." I was like, "No, truly, like I just quit my job to sell on eBay full time." She's like, "No way." And I'm like, "Do you have Instagram?" She's like, "Yes." She pulls out her phone. I'm like, "You have to follow me on Instagram." So I'm like, "My name is Just Thrifted." And she was like, she loved it. And it gets me so excited when I get to like talk about what I do, because I don't mind if people know. I know sometimes people don't like to talk about it or to tell other people just because of judgment, or you don't want them to get the idea to also sell on eBay if you like live in the same city as them. But like, I want everyone to know. And I also want everyone to quit their jobs and do this too, because I am so happy and I am not held down from literally doing anything I want to do, and not have to worry about, putting in a request at work or having to work around other people's schedules to take your shift or whatever. It's just such, I truly feel like I am living my dream right now, and I'm truly thankful for this time in my life where I get to do what I love. And I'm 25. I know I'm still young, but I was so burnt out at my old job. And I don't know. I hear other people, even some of my friends who are my age too, just talk about how sick they are at their job or how they have to deal with crappy coworkers or whatever. And quit your job. Just quit it. Go find something you love to do and go do it and try to make money. That is my advice to everyone, is quit your job. I think that might be my next t-shirt idea. Quit your job. Quit your job while the cool kids are doing it. But I'm right? Okay, this video should probably end because I'm just rambling now. But thank you for watching this. If you want to get notifications and emails on when I post videos, make sure to subscribe to me. Feel free to leave a comment on what videos you guys want to see from me. If you want to hear, weekly updates on my numbers or what I found thrifting or whatever, just let me know because I would love to hear it. And if this is boring, I'm sorry. Don't subscribe if I'm boring to you because you won't want to watch my future videos. But that is everything. One more thing I want to tell you guys actually. So I am traveling to Missouri this next week for Christmas, and I wanted to talk to you guys about how I do my inventory, and do I put my store on vacation mode, or what is my process like? So a lot of full-time resellers will put their store on vacation mode, which I don't blame them. They have hundreds, if not thousands of items in their store. What I do, I travel alone. I don't have kids in my car or anything. So I literally pack up my entire inventory. All those blue bins, there's like 6 of them, they will be coming with me along with everything that's in my closet. So yeah, I pack everything up, I put it in my car, and I ship when I'm on the road. This way, if you put your store on vacation mode, I feel like you're asking to have really crappy sale days. And I'm not willing to risk that right now. Like, this is my full-time income, and I don't want to risk not making money because I'm traveling. So, yeah, I bring everything with me. I ran a 50% off sale last week for a couple days to get rid of some stuff so I wouldn't have to take hundreds of things home. I think I'll be taking 350 things home, and I sold about 150 things the last couple days or whatever. So that's how I do it. I just really don't want to have to put my store on vacation mode. And I'll have free time in St. Louis so I can run to the post office and ship stuff. It'll be fine. It's a pain, definitely, but at least I'll still be making better sales than if my store was on vacation mode, I think. I can let you guys know how it goes, but I also have about 200 things going live next week while I'm traveling. So, and I put stuff that goes live next week on either 7 or 10 day auction. So I won't have to worry about it selling when I'm gone, because once the auction is up, I'll be back in Denver so I can ship everything normally. So yeah, this is just, this is the first time that I've traveled as a full-time reseller, so this is my first time kind of experimenting. Again, we'll see how this goes. I think it should be fine, but everywhere I go, like my work and store comes with me, but it's fine. It's fun when you like show up to your parents' house and you're like, yeah, me and 300 pieces of inventory are staying with you. Is that cool? And we'll see how that goes. But okay, that is everything. Make sure you follow me on Instagram if you don't, because I post a lot of cool finds and I post some of my numbers, and there's a ton of other cool resellers on there that you guys can learn a ton from and ask questions to all of us. We love to help. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.